Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's Jones's Falcons going up against Browns Steelers.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Man in motion right, Antonio Brown. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Right there around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
third down, Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. James Harrison, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the offense taking over in just a second. But, you know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go one, who would go two, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1-2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in the second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
On second down, Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And some space here. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, let's go! Quarter. Set. These two.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Trying to lay one up. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, 32 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Andre Roberts now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver has fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Gabriel, the man in motion. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Get out! 11! Get out! Take 4!
On 3rd down. That's Coleman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll go again with Bell. And some room to work. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Wiggles free. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see in the postgame. We're ready to get to the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They find some open field here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
They go play action here on first down. Now he steps away. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Fresh set of downs here. Roberts the man in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run. Now Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So the first connection there, Ryan to Jones, and certainly a big reason they're losing on the scoreboard.
As they go as a connection, it appears so goes the team. And they need to be on the same page, in sync. And they really wish it could have been earlier in the game. Now they've got some ground to make up. And
it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They toss to Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. A phrase we said a lot last year. Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down. Now Ryan on first down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Final minute now of the third quarter. Coleman now. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Sanu, the man in motion left. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. Back now in Pittsburgh. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal, and if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel, and I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Time running out here on the play clock. The slot man in motion right. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Second and very short here, less than a yard. Freeman again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And it is good. He splits the upright.